everyone, lovely Ruth back with another video. I hope you guys are having a lovely Saturday. It's beautiful outside. Um should get out there and do things. I know I should do that too, but my plans got kind of switched around, it was a last minute thing, so I had other things come up. So, anyhow, it's a beautiful day. Today I was doing this hair. I was doing a twist out. I don't know if I pulled all the twists out. I was doing a twist out on this hair, and I love it. I can be really good at some things, really lousy at others, but I think I'm really good at styling hair. So I have to say did a pretty good job. I think I'm an amateur, but maybe I'm not an amateur anymore. Maybe I've graduated. Who knows? But anyway, isn't this wig lovely? I love it. This hair is so gorgeous. It's a 4C kinky um wig that I had purchased off of Amazon a couple of months ago. 8 or 9 months ago. It could have been longer than that. But yeah, I was in the room the other day for this past weekend in the room restoring some old wigs that I have, and you know cleaning up around the house, trying to keep myself preoccupied. I redecorated my room. I'm gonna show you guys that in a later video. But when I sit down and be quiet, I can think of all these things. I can imagine all these things that I want to create. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like my creative mind kicks in when I'm silent, when I'm like silent and just letting my thoughts come together. I can look at a room and I can say, oh, this would be nice in here. Oh, I could see this, right? So I'll get on Amazon or Target or Walmart or whatever and start putting pieces together in ideas like picture frames or something, or imagine the color theme, and it all comes together. It comes together in not exactly how I envisioned it, but it comes together even better. It's like, oh, you don't need to buy that. You already got one of those. Or use this curtain. You already have this. And then you don't need a picture there. You can just put a blanket up there, or a curtain, or, you know, a throw or something. Yeah, my mind started coming together. And the end result is beautiful. It's art. For me, as far as I'm concerned, in my mind, it comes together. It's it's beautiful in the end. So I do have that talent in me, but I do not utilize it as much as I should. And I really have a knack for um making things beautiful. I mean, I can't say that, I um have the means to or the funds to do so, but it comes together somehow, some way. It works itself out. So yay, I'm blessed, I'm blessed. Yes. um and I'm rambling on. I'm talking about, like if I'm changing, I have an idea to change my living room around, or if I have an idea for the bedroom or the bathroom or my workroom, or I'll like take one simple center point of that room, and then I'll create all the way around it. Right now I'm in the process of still packing. I have boxes I had not unpacked, even though I decided to stay here for a couple of more months. I still have boxes and things packed. I'm ready to move, just put it that way. If something come up, something happen, or some changes, I'm ready to move, with my mind stayed on the idea of me getting a house. I don't know where it's gonna come from. I don't even know how it's gonna come into fruition, but in my heart of hearts, it's there. So sometimes when you see things or you envision things or you have this dream or whatever, you can't just sit on it. You can't just say, "Oh, maybe that'll happen one day." You start preparing for that outcome. When I say that, I mean you have to start making room, like your husband, for instance. If I'm expecting a man or a husband, I don't want just no man, but my husband, I have to start making room for him in my life. Like I have to start thinking, you know, I got too much stuff. I have a lot of stuff that I unnecessary stuff that I don't really need. I have to declutter and put some stuff out. Recreate an atmosphere to where if somebody came along, it'll be easy to pack up and leave or make arrangements for my husband uh, to share my life. So at first it was like it was all about me. I don't want to change. I don't want nobody in my zone. My stuff is my stuff, and thinking like my family. My stuff is my stuff. I don't have enough for nobody else, and no. Sometimes I want to rest, and this person gonna want go, 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 and sometimes I'm gonna go, and this person want to chill, and it's like I have to prepare for all of it mentally before I can bring it into existence. In other words, I can't have two bedrooms, closets, or two closets, and I just have two closets. Lord, I'm boxed in here, right? I have two closets, two walk-in closets, and they are packed. I mean, literally, the hall closet, you can open it, and you can reach in there to get stuff, but you can't walk in it because it's just packed with boxes. It's packed with clothes that I don't have room to hang. It's packed with it's not dirty or filthy. It's not like old clothes and dirty clothes or anything in there. It's like stuff that that I work in my bedroom closet is stuff that I can actually throw on to go to church. And I mean, when I say throw on, I used to have this mentality of you got to dress to the gods to go to church, but you don't have to do that. You really can come as you are. And so I basically bought regular dresses over time to, you know, go to church. I don't have to, you know, look like the first lady. That's not my job, but I have to present myself to the world like I've always done. Like as a person who cares about themselves. So I do have some when I say throw on, to me it's like a dress, an ordinary dress and belt and scarf, purse, throw it on, go to church, but nothing with the hat and the matching suits. I don't even know if they wear I don't even know if they wear suits to church. I think people are trying to come to church, casually, low key, because unless it's an anniversary or something going on, low key, because our purpose of going to church is to get closer to God and get to know God, praise and worship God. That's what it's for to me. It's not a um social event all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I have clothes for that. I have clothes for, work, business. And then I have stay at home clothes, PJs. And I'm have never I am at my worst organized self that I've been in a long time, as far as me having things in order, as far as my clothes are concerned. Now, mind you, I'm out of a job, so I don't have to necessarily have uh, ironed clothes or steamed my clothes in order to, like when I was working, it's like I had a line of clothes that I was going to wear for that week, right? Ironed, pressed, or whatever they needed to be, so I can, you know, function, take a shower, get ready for work, put my makeup on, do my hair, put on my clothes, which I don't have to iron in the morning. I hate ironing. I love to steam, but I hate ironing. But you have to be ready, when you going out somewhere or potentially going, even to run to the store. I don't like to look just any kind of way. That's just me. That's just me. Um, but I wish I was more organized. Excuse me. I wish I was more organized than I am now. I have been. I lived in a house, a 3 bedroom house, my starter house, my first house. And it had we laugh at this sometimes. It had 6 closets. I mean, mind you, they were little closets. In my bedroom, I had 2 regular size closets. They weren't walk-in closets. 2 closets in my back room, which was my son's room. One closet in my daughter's room, and a closet in the living room when you walk in. So it was like almost 6 closets there. I kid you not. I don't know where my kids kept their clothes, but I had those bad boys full to the T with my clothes. Winter clothes, summer clothes, spring clothes, winter clothes, sweaters, jackets, blankets, um, bedspreads and home goods in one closet. It was like, oh, I need closet space. I need closet space. And everywhere, ever since then, it's like, I need closet space. So I rented a house after that. After I sold my house, I think I went straight into another house, but it was rented. It was a 4 bedroom house. And mind you, it had some walk-in closets, and it still wasn't enough. I had to take one of those bedrooms. And I'm not bragging when I say this, it's just that I have a lot of clothes. I mean, pants, skirts, jackets. And now, I mean, that stuff used to be important to me, but now it's like, I can just do the basic stuff, like have a 1 or 2 sports jackets that you could dress up with jeans. I can come down. I'm down to earth more so now because those things are not as important to me as they used to be. And not that I don't have anywhere to wear them to. I do, but I'm just very mindful of the fact that it's not about clothes, it's about the person. You know what I'm saying? So although dressing up or putting on something nice makes me feel good, like makes me feel like a baddie, but I don't necessarily, I'm realizing that I don't really need that. And when I do buy clothes, it's like I look at an outfit and I'm like, immediately imagine myself going to a function or a event with that particular outfit on. And that's how I buy clothes. So if I'm not going anywhere and I'm not hanging out, I'm not doing anything, I still would like to be prepared. I don't know how many of y'all prepare for something to come up. What if you meet somebody and they ask you out to a dinner or a movie, or after that they ask you, say, hey, I go to this church. I would love for you to come visit, blah, blah, blah. You want to you want to be ready. You don't want to have to go like when people die, the family get all crazy and they have to, everybody got to go shop for a black dress. Should always have a black dress in your closet. Several, if you ask me. So I've never was the one to have to go scramble for an outfit to wear to a wake or a funeral. I've always had um I was always, you know, had stuff available for stuff like that. I don't go to weddings much. I've never really, I mean, maybe in my lifetime 1 or 2 weddings at the most. Um I'm not gonna say I don't do weddings. I just never really I don't know. I never really got invited. I guess I never really thought about it. But even so, if I were to be invited to a wedding, I have a dress or two for those, occasions like those. Now, mind you, let me correct this because we're talking about clothes today. I don't have, um, I don't do name brands. I hear crickets. I don't do per se name brands. If I walk up on a name brand and it's marked down, I'm okay with that. I am a markdown girl. I worked in retail long enough to know, hey, it's gonna be on sale. It's gonna come down. So I'm not uh I don't care what season it is. It's out of date. It's out of season or whatever. Bring that bad boy back. You know what I'm saying? Bring those colors back. Those colors go right back around. That style come right back around. But not that way back in the, if it's old, it's torn and there's moth's been on it, and it's just been in the closet and have that funky closet smell. Then yeah, you'll get rid of that. Go ahead and give it away or throw it away or donate it or whatever. It's time to, put some fresh stuff in there. But I'm telling you, I'm always prepared for the occasion, an occasion that may arrive, and that's good. But on the same token, the curse to that for me is um, getting ready to go somewhere and having options, and Lord knows, don't give me no option because I'll be changing clothes. No, maybe I don't need, maybe I shouldn't wear that, or maybe I shouldn't put this on, or maybe I shouldn't, or let me put this on, this is better, or this is, more better than that, and it'll take me a good, if I don't pre-plan, it'll take me a good 30 minutes to decide on an outfit. So, yeah, from head to toe. So, yeah. I mean, not that I can put it together. I could put it together. It's just that I have to see the event, you know what I'm saying, in my mind. So, I hope that makes sense to somebody. But yeah, I am very, very unorganized because I don't have the space that I need, not only for my closet but for my things. And I'm I'm outgrowing this apartment. I am definitely made for a house, but as the situation is as of now, you have to make do with what you have, and you have to be grateful. I find myself having a grateful heart because I got a roof over my head. I have food in my kitchen. I have a bed to sleep in. I have security, you know. I don't feel unsafe here. And I can come and go whenever I please, and still, you know, I'm, in my right mind. That's number one. I'm healthy as far as I can see, and I have my freedom. It's nobody, telling me what to do, telling me when to come and when to go. So that's some type of freedom there, and I get to choose where I want to be when I want to be there. Of course, God has to guide me, Holy Spirit has to guide me, but it's nothing like that freedom. And I say that to say this: I still want to be married. I still want to be, and marriage ain't for everybody. Marriage is not for everyone. Sometimes people think it's easy. It's not easy. Um, from what I'm seeing, or from what I always hear, or from what I'm noticing, from what I'm reading about, it's not all that easy. And the reason why I can say that is because I can imagine me with somebody. So for now, I hadn't been dating. It's been a while since I went on a date or whatever. So if I meet somebody, and this is a whole person, you want your man to be whole, and have himself to, excuse me, I'm so sorry, have himself together, right? And so, because you don't want somebody that you're gonna have to fix. I was saying this to my daughter. You don't want to bring somebody in your life that has these holes, these voids, right? That you have to patch up. You have to patch up to make him a whole person or make her a whole person. You don't want that. I mean, God can fix this person before he even come to you. You pray. When I pray for my husband. I pray for my next relationship, because I want him to be a full person. I don't want to have to complete him, and I don't want him to have to complete me. That's why I take the time out to better myself, fix myself, make myself um uh who I'm supposed to be for him, reliable, you know, you know. um just being there and being in my whole being, and you know being who I'm supposed to be for him. You know what I'm saying? And he needs to be who he's supposed to be for me. So when two grown people, two whole people come together, they're not completing each other. They're not completing each other because you're supposed to be whole. We're becoming a team. You know what I'm saying? We're becoming a team. He's still his own individual. I am still my own individual. But I do not want a man, and we discussed this, that I have to um raise. You know, he should be already a grown man. Whatever his mom installed in him as dad installed in him as being a reliable, strong man, independent man, standing up for himself, has his own, he has his own stuff, just put it that way. And he doesn't need a woman to complete him. He just want a woman to um um come together with him, bond with him, become as a team. And that's how I look at it. So, um, I don't care at the fact that I may not be meeting anyone right now. It scares me to, it scares the living daylights out of me, should I say, to even go online or to even consider um, online dating. Of course, I tried it before, and it's not for everybody. And so when I did once or twice. My daughter said, "Are you really ready for that?" Because when you talking to these guys, first thing they're gonna want to do is meet you. Are you ready to go out and drink? And you don't even go out. You don't hang out at night. You don't drink. You don't meet anybody at clubs or anything. You don't do that stuff. So when you ready to date, are you gonna be ready to do that? And I don't, I would be ready to do that, but I don't want to do that with a perfect stranger. And this may not sound like it makes sense, but meeting somebody online, seeing their picture, you don't really know them. You don't really know them. You don't know who you're meeting. You can see their picture. You may see five, six pictures on there on the online. I was on a dating site one time, and I on dating sites you put your best picture forward. You put your best look. Sometimes you do the filters so that you won't be all made up, looking like like whatever. So you put filters, and you want to look your best. But it's also people that you know don't even be who they put on the picture. They don't even they're out is it, let me put it this way, their intentions are not like your intentions. In other words, they want this glam person with the bomb body, like you know this is all you get of me. This is it right here, this part. You don't get to see me laying across the bed with uh negligee on, or you don't get to. And not that I'm ashamed of my body or anything I put on. I would tell you the honest to God truth. I'm curvy. I am 163 pounds. I think 63, 64 pounds. I'm short. I'm describing all these things. I'm curvy. I would consider myself curvy because of my hips and my butt. That's it. I'm telling you what you see is pretty much what you're gonna get. I mean, the circles, the fine lines, and you know, this is me. This is what you get. So I cannot express enough that when you are trying to online date, and it may be somebody if God send that man in that direction, you meet that man. Oh, hallelujah, glory be to God. But if he doesn't, if you're not supposed to be, you're gonna meet all kinds of busters. It's gonna be it's some people on there, and then when you get to talking to them, they're not about anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, like what am I doing? It was twice twice, maybe three times I've talked to somebody text as far as, and then talking on the phone, but never like meeting. And they got, I guess, tired of me, like I don't want to go out with you. I don't know you. Let's get to know each other over the phone and then maybe, meet somewhere. But, it's dangerous and I'm really not ready for that per se, meeting strangers. If I meet my man, if I'm gonna meet somebody, I'm gonna meet him in person. He's gonna see me. He's gonna see how tall I am, how curvy I am, or I'm gonna see him in the light, not on somebody's picture, posted up on somebody's poster or something. It's gonna be a meeting, like I'll feel his vibes or he'll feel my vibes or whatever. And if it's no vibes or if it's nothing, no attraction there, you move, you keep it moving, you keep it moving. Hi, how you doing? And you keep it moving. And at that point, you'll know who you're attracted to or if he's attracted to you or whatever. You'll know. It ain't gonna be no, she look good, let me check her out. She, when you see them in person, it's like a totally different person. And you don't even, because you're not feeling people's vibes over their pictures. You know what I'm saying? So online dating, it might work. I'm not saying it won't work. It works for some people, but there are some desperate people on there too, and it hurts my feelings to sometimes I do. I'm not subscribed to it, but you get to view who's looking at you on online once you sign up with an online dating site, and you get to see who's looking at you or who's swiping or whatever, and you don't necessarily have to respond. Well, you can't respond if you don't have a subscription. So, but you can look, and it's amazing how many um, crazy looking men God forgive me for saying that. Um, Not even crazy looking, but men that you wouldn't even dream of dating. You know what I'm saying? That that's not even in your. I mean, it laughs at you. You will laugh at the probability of us even. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm gonna say this. Ooh. Um, I don't like camping. I don't want to be on a boat somewhere in the middle of nowhere or in the middle of the woods camping and enjoying the outdoors with a stranger, No, and it's some things that I probably won't like. I don't think I even had it in my profile, but it's like, it's amazing how all these different people pop up on your line and it's like, oh no, am I ugly? It make you think like, wow, look what I'm attracting. Is it me? But I think a lot of people want to believe that they can have a chance or an opportunity to talk to somebody pretty or nice looking or fair looking woman that's single, and despite, these men might have confidence, these men might have a love for dark skin, short women, but you always wonder what's in their minds. Like when I look on there, I'm wondering why did you, what's up? What's your story? Why are you, wanting to meet me? Is you think this is gonna be an easy um time or that I'm an easy person, I'm nice, I'm vulnerable. Do I look vulnerable? I don't know. I don't know. I don't like to do. I know they say, the catfishing things. I'm okay. I'm all aware of that. So I don't expect, everybody on there to be true. Even me, guys be thinking I'm catfishing because when we do filters, we are not showing our how we looking when ain't nobody in our apartment, or when we don't have our wig on, we don't have makeup on, or we just woke up and we're eating our breakfast and watching TV and doing things around the house. That's us right there. That's us when we getting up, brushing our teeth, washing our face, taking our shower, and looking at ourselves in the mirror. That's really truly us. That person, those people don't see that. You know what I'm saying? They see your glam self. They see your good outfit, or they'll see your smile. Who goes around smiling all day? You know, no nobody do that. So what they're seeing it is not the what you gonna get, you know, in person. You know, a person might have a winky eye, or but on that picture they like all smiley and stuff, and they look good. He look like he got muscles. He look like it. And then he be like 3 feet 5 inches if you meet him. Like, you know, online dating is crazy. I don't recommend it. I don't think God God has a really good um, sense of humor. So I don't really, if he does, then that'll be ha ha. But I don't know if I'm gonna meet my dream guy there. I think my dream guy is gonna be somewhere at a gas station or at a store. It's gonna be like that aha moment, like where have you been all my life? I still believe in fairy tales. I still believe in fairy tales. Yes, I do. So maybe, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. I'm not that desperate yet to sign back on, but because I don't have nothing to give. You know what I mean? If I sign back on for a month to this online dating thing, and I see a lot of movies that say, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna meet them online," but sometimes that works out, sometimes that doesn't. Most of the time, it doesn't. But if I don't have anything to give to a stranger, you know what I'm saying? It's like you meeting a stranger. Of course, who you meet out in public, you know, it's a stranger, but you're taking a you're looking at the whole picture, so to speak, in person than online. So like I said, if I do that, if I'm urged or pulled or summoned or whatever to do the online dating, you know, you gotta leave yourself open for all types of prospects. You know, like I just said the most horrific thing. Like it's some dudes on there that I wouldn't even in a million years. I don't even know why they looking at my profile in a million years that I would date, right? But or even you know, no. Um, but they're there, you know, every walk of life, all types of men on there. And you gotta keep an open mind that this is a main matching up type of thing, game, really. Matching up because more than likely you're not gonna bond with that person. It's not you're not what they're expected, or they're not what you expected. And I don't know. I was going through a grief of myself once, and I didn't like nobody, even if I met him. I didn't like in the store. I didn't like nobody. I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't like. Just one guy asked me out. I said, "Well, let's go to the beach." No, I don't want to go to the beach. I don't like the beach. I was not liking anything. It was like, no, I found something wrong with everybody, anybody that I talked to. And I was going through a grieving period for myself. I think I was like, was nothing good enough for me. I did not want it. I didn't want to change myself. I didn't want to give up what I was doing or what I had to make room for anybody else. Activities was out of the question because I didn't like to travel. I didn't want to, you know, you know, start dating somebody that was broken and he couldn't, you know, meet me even halfway to the things that I wanted to do or wanted in life. So I picked up a lot of broken pieces for other people, and then I did not do the same for myself. So I was like, no, it was like no, you know, for a long time with me as far as dating somebody. And then when I tried it again, I met this guy online, and I was trying to give that a shot, and I um you know when I I always say that was the most. I think I was at my most vulnerable self after so many years of being single. I was at my most vulnerable self because I allowed this guy to, and I know I wasn't ready for a relationship, to manipulate me in the mind, like um I was thinking I wanted a relationship, I was thinking I wanted adult conversation, and I was thinking I wanted, spend time with somebody, kick it, watch movies, dinner, whatever, or whatever. But that wasn't going that way. This man was very immature to be his age, very not settled, very past tense past. He was dealing with a lot of that. Very tight with money. He just wasn't for me. And I think when we get caught up in the idea of having a man, the idea of having a man, just having a man in your life. Sisters, please do not settle for that. Think more highly of yourself. Think about your worth. Think about what you're worth. Your time, your effort that you put in to relation. Think about you. I mean, not selfishly, but think about what you have to give to this person, or what you have to go through mentally for another person. You got to ask yourself, is this person worth it? This person ain't worth it. I mean, he's broken. That's another example of broken, is because you're not mature enough, because you've been hurt by women so many times that you don't know how to treat a good one. You don't know how to treat, and I know I don't have vulnerability all over written over my face. I don't have weak written on my face. I don't have weak or or what's that word? Gullible tattooed anywhere on my body. I do not show you that. I don't even show nobody that in the spirit. So I can't be displaying that I'm weak like that. I never, you know, you know had to accept lie after lie. That's not me, because I see red flags. I know red flags. But I think I was just in love with the idea of being with somebody, spending time with somebody, making making myself feel like I'm alive. It's like when you pinch yourself now, you say, ouch. That's how I think a lot of us went through after the pandemic. During the pandemic, we were stuck in and shut in or whatever. So after we came out the pandemic, it was like, who's out there? What's going on in the world? And let me check this out or whatever. It was just, to me, it was a desperate move on my part. And we could get a little, we might not want to admit this, but we could get a little desperate sometimes. We don't even know it. We don't even know it. Like, let me check him out. He seemed like a good guy. I want to talk and see what's in people's heads and stuff. And we didn't really ready to lock down or check up with anybody or any of that. It didn't even get that far. It was just like a little couple of promises and a little couple of lies here and a little, you know, um, not calling and then showing up, and all of this stuff was going on. Like, I was in high school again, and I'm at that age where, baby, when you hit over 50, when you over 50, you don't you do stuff like that. You don't, you know what you want, and you darn sure know what you don't want. And so I allowed myself to entertain that for a little while, and then I just said, block. So it was like, I am good at this. I am good at this. And I don't recommend this for nobody, but I'm good at this. When I let you go, I let you go. I'm done. I mean, back then, you know, back when I was younger, I felt like, you can't just throw people away. And I have thrown, I mean, don't look at it like throwing them away. Look at it like you're saving yourself from heartache and misery and mishaps and misunderstanding, because some people are toxic, and they will plant a seed in you and harden your heart. So the next 4 or 5 relationships that you try to have with somebody, that stuff is in you. That stuff is all of you. You're not gonna trust anybody. You're not gonna want to bring them around your family. You're not going to want to share any, personal private thoughts with them. You're not going to be able to trust them, and you're not going to be able to love them until you fix yourself, until you grow whole, until you say, I gotta love myself. If I love myself to the level I love myself right now, that dude couldn't even called me. He couldn't have even texted me. He couldn't have even came into my world. I'm telling you, I have this on my own little world here. If it's gonna hurt me, I'm not gonna do it. If it look like it's gonna sting, I'm not gonna do it. Mm-mm. I'm not gonna. And then red flags are red flags. When you see a man that don't want nothing together, don't want anything, and he's selfish and off his own. Men don't usually be selfish and out on their own, especially if you're not married and you're looking for a wife, or you looking for. I'm wife material. I could honestly say I am now, but back then when I was allowing sick, broken men in my life, now not abusive or not stealing or not just manipulative, like I could tell her I'm going to my cousin's party Friday, and she cool with that. She cool with that. She ain't gonna come looking for me. She ain't gonna come uh calling me 1,500 times a day. The day gonna evening gonna pass. I probably talk to her Saturday and won't talk to her Sunday. And she cool like that. She don't care enough to look into me or look into my what I'm doing or the people or whatever I'm into. And that is true. That's true because I expect a man to be whole and mature enough to not do those things, especially if you're seeking a good woman. You don't want a good woman. You want a child. You want a what you call them, loose women. Um, I don't know what to call them, but I'm not that person. I know who God made me to be. I know myself. Inside your inner self, you got to know who you are, and you got to know whose you are, and you would accept stuff like that. So that's why I'm single. That is exactly why I'm single. That was another lesson that I was supposed to learn twice over, three times over, and until you learn that lesson in that relationship, you're gonna keep repeating that same cycle. I guarantee you that a man cannot do me like that. A man cannot come in my face and promising uh to do this. Let's go out. I mean, it's some guys that'll tell you, or we need to go. Have you ever been to such and such? We need to go ride out there one day, or we need to go to Vegas. We're gonna. I'm always talking about the thing, but never doing the thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I'm allowing. I think for one thing, I'm not believing in the first place, and I think they kind of know that. And then secondly, you had not taken one step forward to show me that you are truly into a relationship or truly want a relationship with anybody, less on me. So it's all talk. It's all like promises and empty promises, and like nothing ever happens. I apologize for my part, apologizing to myself because nothing ever happened. It kept you safe, it kept you sane, it kept you alive, it kept you smarter. You gotta grow smarter each day you on this earth. You gotta gain wisdom, you know. And if you know anything about anybody on God's green earth, you better know it about yourself. You better know who you are. You better know what you're capable of. You better know how far you go. You need to be honest with these people that come into your life that say, oh, you're beautiful, or you this, and I want a wife, and this is the way my wife gonna be. I had a stalker one time. This guy stalked me. So there are a lot of downfalls to dating online, because this guy was like really stalking me, and he said I'm gonna be his wife, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna do. And I know that was my always on me, because you're not for everybody. You don't even have to entertain something you don't want, especially if he look like something you don't want. You know what I'm saying? And know who you are. Don't know that you know your level of temperance, I guess. Know your cutoffs, your limits. Don't even start it. You know what I'm saying? Don't even start it if that's not what you want. Don't even start. Right now, it's like I've always had this vibe of coziness about me. I mean, it's just this vibe. When you're a single woman, you living it by yourself, men automatically think you need, you know what, you need something. You need to be held. You hadn't been held, you don't know. And they want to come and they want to ask you out, but they want to ask you out in your apartment. Like, can we just watch Netflix together? Or that's a booty call. If you don't want a booty call, you stop that right there. You say, no, no, thank you. No, you don't know. I told guys, no, I don't need nobody sitting on my little red couch and cuddled up with me, because I can cuddle up with a blanket and a pillow and watch my own Netflix and make my own dinner, and I can do that all by myself. If I'm gonna date somebody, if I'm gonna date somebody, I don't want a boyfriend. Necessarily, I don't want a boyfriend. I'm not in high school. I don't want a boyfriend. I don't want a tit for tat. I want a relationship. I want a grown A-word relationship. Excuse my French. Because sometimes it comes out. I want a grown relationship. I want a grown man. You know what I'm saying? I want a marriage. I want something to lead to a marriage. I could do a best friend thing and get to grow into that, into a relationship. But at the end of that road, our minds are thinking to get to the end of the road, as far as marriage. Now, I don't want nobody that's going to play games. I'm 57 years old. I'm going to be 58 years old next month. And you think I want a kid? Do you think I want to raise a man? Do you think I have time to second guess a man, or run after him, or whoa, he makes me feel some kind of way, and I gotta, I'm okay with the next time we talk, I forget that the way you made me feel, and come back and act like ain't nothing happened. You ghost and then you came back, or you showing me all these signs that this is how you do women, or this is how you normally do people. I don't want nobody in my space. I don't want drama and this and this. You saying all these things, but that's not me. I'm not looking forward to the drama. I don't want no immature man. I need a strong man that knows what he wants. I already have the things that he needs. Only thing that's missing in his life is me. You know what I'm saying? He don't have to be, he don't have to change for me. He's already that person. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to change for him. I'm already that person. Maybe that's a fantasy. Maybe that's not. Maybe I got my head in the clouds, or something right now. But that's what I want. That is exactly what I want. I don't want 64, 65-year-old man. You at retirement age, you should be all right. And men are a little different from women. Men are some kind of way, they should be established. They should be established. And it's okay if you taking care of your mom. Your mom is there with you. It's okay with that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But you're a mature man, and you're gonna take care of your mom, or you gonna take care of your sister. You got respect for your mom and if you have respect for your mom, your sister, and your aunties, your grandma, then you're gonna have respect for me. You're gonna have respect for me. So I don't hate that relationship that men have with their mother. I don't hate that. I love that. I welcome that. That's fine. She gonna love me too. I'm a lovable person. She gonna love me too. I love that means you're gonna just respect me. You're gonna respect me even more. So I'm okay with that. But you gotta be whole. You gotta be mature. You gotta be God fearing. You gotta step up to the plate, because I'm worthy of a man going out of his way for. I really think that. I believe that. I have found myself. I love myself. I am whole. I am healed. I am mature, and I'm ready. I am not going to be that little scary, timid, vulnerable, shy person that I was, because that's why I was giving myself away so easily to these, not giving myself away, but even letting people like that enter into my space, because I guess the persona I was displaying or whatever, um maybe it was attracting those type of people, and people that I didn't want, you know, or I couldn't benefit from, or they weren't going to benefit me. It was just going to be a dead end. So I've learned about myself first. I know me. I know what how much I could tolerate. I know what I want. I know what I need. I know who I want, what type of man I want. You know what I'm saying? I know this. My restrictions are not where they can't be read. My restrictions or whatever go. My list is not so tall that it can't be conquered. The boxes can be checked out. I'm realistic. I'm a realist. So I know that the standards may be a little iffy or whatever. He don't have to be perfect. I'm not perfect. But you got to come so close to being the man that God want me to be, because I'm going to know God's going to reveal it. You know what I'm saying? So we got to just stand, ladies, we got to just stand strong. We got to have that base I talked about. We got to be planted and rooted in God. You got to have God. And we got to know that it ain't in our power, it's in God's power to give us the right man. You know what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, yeah. Don't settle for it. Don't settle for just anything. I may be sitting up here and I might turn 65, maybe even 7. I don't know. I may be still single. I'll be okay with that, because if it's meant to be, it's gonna happen. And it's not gonna be at my will, it's gonna be at God's will that this happen. This man is out there and I know it. If I keep entertaining busted men, broken, busted, don't want anything men, then I'm just setting myself back. I'm putting myself way back here and have to come right back to the front. I don't have time for that. It's no time to be losing, ladies. Know who you are. Love yourself. Love you. Dress up if you have to. Put some clothes on. Put some makeup. I ain't absolutely going nowhere. I might go to the trash can in a minute. My hair gonna get full because it's very, very hot out there. And I'm just gonna go to trash. I don't have nowhere to go. I don't need anything from the store. I don't need anything. You know what I'm saying? So I still feel good today because I put on a little makeup. I put on some earrings. I put a little lipstick on. I feel good. Sometimes you just gotta put some stuff on, you know, to bring your what's that, that feeling, that good feeling onto yourself, like, dang, I look good. You gotta feel good about you. You gotta look in the mirror and say, uh, I look nice today. Look at me. I can be who I am, or who God meant for me to be, and be happy with myself and love myself. I even love myself when I don't have nothing on at all. My body is like bing boom. But I'm okay. I love that. I love my scars. I love my everything about me. I do. I really do. And I'm really, at one point I was not loving on me because I did not have the confidence. I'm still building on that. I didn't have the confidence to look at myself and say, "Oh, you know what? It don't matter that I'm single." My confidence was gone. I allowed somebody to take my confidence away from me. I don't know who and when and where, but it was gone at one point. You let people in, you let people beat you down. Even your family, you let them beat you down till you can't get up anymore. You don't feel like rising anymore. You feel defeated, depleted, unwanted, unloved. You let people take a lot of energy from you daily, and those people are toxic. That's what they are. And if we want to sit by them and want to entertain them, ooh, speaking of sitting by, I gotta eat. Entertain them, then if we allow them to plant seeds in us, they're gonna take away whatever they can. My confidence, my self-esteem, my ability to love, my ability to be to face somebody, look people in the eyes and be proud and stand proud and know you look good instead of being afraid and timid and awkward, feeling awkward in what you have on or always feeling the lack thereof. And you gotta say, you know what? At the end of the day, it's me and me. It's just me and the good Lord. Nobody else. You know what I'm saying? So I have to be okay with me. I have to be like, when the day ends, I have to be okay with what I accomplished that day. Or even what I didn't accomplish. I still got to be okay with me in order to say, it's this guy. He likes me. I'm gonna talk to him because I have enough confidence and faith that he's okay. I'm not scared afraid to give a person a chance, especially if I know who I am and I know what I won't take. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my lesson for today. Have confidence in yourself. Be okay with you. Know that you're beautiful. Tell yourself you're beautiful. Even if you don't feel like you're beautiful, you are. You are. God thinks he thinks everything of you. You know what I'm saying? So why can't you humble yourself and think everything about you? Not to be up in the clouds and think you're better than everybody. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, think highly of yourself to the point where you, when people go to beat you down, tear you down mentally, you have enough in you to say, no, that's enough. You know what I'm saying? That's enough. You're not gonna tear me to pieces. You're not gonna tear me down to where I can't pick myself up and love myself again or be, who I am, which is the beautiful black person that God made me to be. So I want to leave you with that. So love on yourself, you know, take care of you, love you. God loves you, you know. And again, as I leave, I say always have a beautiful day. Try to make a beautiful day out of nothing if you can, because it's beautiful days. And love on the people who love you. Reach out to your family. There are still people. If it's like you got 15 brothers and sisters, I have 13 of them suckers. Now I have 10. But all of them ain't gonna like you. All of them are not gonna want to hear from you. All of them are not gonna. They're not even thinking about you right now. You can think about them. They might not even be thinking about you. You still have to be who you are. Love on them to a certain extent, not where they tear you down, break you down, or try to deplete you. You can still reach out to them in your heart, in your soul, your spirit. You love them. You know, that's good enough. So with the people that have those relatives that, check on your mom, you only have one mom. She may be the most miserable, worst person in the world. Some of us have really bad parents. Some of us have God sent parents. Reach out to them. Reach out to them. You know, do that. Do that. And love on yourself. Like I said, always love on who you are, because you're only one person. So keep that in mind. I have to go. I will definitely try to get on here another day soon. And love you guys. I will catch you guys in a later video. Bye.